Weźmy kontakt operacyjny, że tak powiem.
Okay.
Namaste. Namaste znaczy dzień dobry. Namaste means welcome, good morning. It's my great privilege and honor and pleasure to chair this very important and very prestigious conference. It is one of the most important conferences in the European Parliament during this term, starting on July 2024. It is so important because it concerns relations of European Union with Asia and especially India. India, a strategic partner of the European Union. Our meeting in Brussels, in the headquarters of the European Parliament, is taking place shortly after the signing of the EU-India agreement, shortly also after the meeting between German Chancellor Friedrich Merz and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and shortly before the meeting between President of France Emmanuel Macron and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Our conference is part of this cycle of the intensified contacts between European Union countries. Today here in Brussels, our country Poland, one of the largest countries in Europe and one of the greatest powers, the country with the largest population in the world, India. I would like to welcome to this conference a very strong delegation from India, led by the National Secretary of BJP, the ruling party for the last 12 years, the party of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Mr. Dushyant Kumar Gaudam, National Secretary. I would like to welcome the President of the Confederation of Polish Crown Party, Mr. Grzegorz Braun. I would like to welcome other guests from India. Like Singh Arya, National President of the BP, Rinchen Lamo, Uday Sod, Mr. Rajesh Bagha, Mr. Peshiram Datsena, and Hemang Yoshi. And obviously, welcome very warmly our guest, National Secretary. We know that happy wife means happy life. Yes, yes. Well, I would like invite, I welcome the host of the conference, the leaders of the Confederation of Polish Crown Party, the Vice President of the party, Włodzimierz Skalik, member of Polish Parliament, first Secretary General of Crown Party, and in the past three-time world champion in air sports, and also former Vice President of the International Aviation Federation. I welcome Mr. Roman Fritz, Member of Parliament, Vice President of Crown Party and spokesperson of this party, entrepreneur, and in the past leader of the anti-communist students' strikes in Upper Silesia. I welcome Mr. Sławomir Zawiślak, Member of Polish Parliament, politician who holds the record for being a member of Polish Parliament for the 6th time. Last but not least, Mr. Sławomir Ozdyk, academic lecturer, expert, entrepreneur, living partly in Poland and partly in Berlin, Germany.
He's on his way.
Okay. Great.
Mr. Ireneusz Jabłoński, our economy expert, he's on his way.
Yes. Okay. I would like.
Dr. Ozdyk is sharing his expertise with us in the field of security, national security.
We are more safe in this situation. Thank you for that. Now, I give the floor to the president of the Crown Party, Mr. Grzegorz Braun, member of the European Parliament, on behalf of the organizers of this conference, the host of this event. Mr. non-attached member of the European Parliament. Mr. President, take the floor, please.
Thank you very much. I'm really honored to have Ryszard Czarnecki in this role today. He used to be vice president of this European Parliament, and his experience is very precious. Dear guests, I'm really honored and I'm really happy to see you here in Brussels, in the very center of the project that is supposedly about cooperation, but that is more and more about unification. I represent Poland as a president of one of the political parties that is especially devoted to the Polish independence cause. That is why me personally and my friends and collaborators here, we are very critical about the European Union project. We are not enthusiastic about the European Union as it is. But we are happy to be able to get in contact with you here. We would like to learn more from you how to be a great nation. You are great indeed. There are many of your countrymen, not only in India, all over the world. We would like to be great in this dimension. We would like to see more and more Polish people being born and living prosperously and successfully in Poland and wherever they would like to go. We can see that contemporary world, the European Union itself, and different international bonds and conflicts are not in favor of our greatness, of our future. They are not supportive. They are not helping. That is why we would like to regain our independence, to engage our nation, our country, our state in more fruitful international relations. this is a kind of paradox, because, as I said, European Union is supposedly about international relations, but in fact we cannot see good fruits of this project for our nation. So I'm especially happy to meet you today, because I can remember that we can remember some mutual historical expertise that we share. What we share is, we know how independence, how sovereignty, how precious it is for the nation. And we can observe your nation's way to regain your sovereignty. And at the same time, we can witness our nation on its way to lose its sovereignty. And that is what I would like to learn, what I would like to listen to, how to regain and how to preserve independence and sovereignty. My friend and colleague Włodzimierz Skalik, he always says it's better to give an example than to give a lecture. So the books I have here is an example of some good past that we share. It's very fresh. It very recently came out of printing. It's only in Polish language for now. I hope it will be translated, but I will share this book with you because it is about your country in Polish history. It is about Polish children who lost their families during the Second World War. They found themselves in the Soviet Union, exiled, endangered. They survived, and they found refuge in India, thanks to some good Hindu noblemen who took care of them. There is no English translation because it's very recently published, but there is a lot of pictures in this beautiful publication. My father's aunt, my grandfather's sister, was one of those then already grown-ups who survived this odyssey of Polish patriots surviving imprisonment in the Soviet Union and then finding exile in other countries, going through friendly Iran at that time. And please accept this gift from me. Okay. Przekażcie Państwu. So, this is... 5. We can... Tam, dla Pana.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for accepting. This is for us to remember that Poland and India have something very precious. That is this this experience of your people helping our people in the moment of deadly crisis. I hope in the future this will not be necessary for you to give refuge to Polish people escaping horrors of war in Europe. But based on this experience, we should also remind that Poland is, especially here in Brussels, in Western Europe, we belong to this part of Europe who does not share the experience of colonialism. We were never colonizers. We, unfortunately, share the experience of being colonized, being occupied, being suppressed, being deprived of our sovereignty, of our independence. So that is why, although our countries are far away from each other, we have something that we can build our fruitful relations on. We were never enemies. We were never fighting, abusing each other. And this is a very good starting point. Obviously, what might be most fruitful would be good business. Good business. Because politics is not writing history. Politics is, thank God, it's not fighting wars all the time. It's making business. And this is what I count on, that from the ideological level of auto-destruction that we face here in Europe, in the European Parliament, we can go back, we can go down to reality, and maybe we could work out the new opening for fruitful relations, remembering that, as I said, you are a great nation. You fly to the space. You flew to Mars, to the moon. You have the army that, I would dream to have in my disposal as an independent Polish politician. You have aircraft carriers. You have, if I remember well, more than 100 satellites of your own. Well, this is something. This is something. Really, please help us understand the phenomenon of India, and please give us some hints how to regain and then how to wisely use our independence for the benefit of our nations and the whole peaceful world. One more piece of my speech. Again, an example better than a lecture. India is being currently, if I remember well, under some pressure because of your economy transactions with Russia. Because you buy oil, you are being criticized by other emperors of this world. Why do you buy oil? 5 years ago, you probably your import of fuels from Russia was maybe under 1% of your need. So why do you buy more now? Because it became cheaper. Why did it become cheaper? Because the sanctions were imposed on Russia. So fuels became cheaper. Why wouldn't you buy cheaper if you can? So this is something we would like to avoid. This is something that we would like to escape. We don't want to contribute, we, the Confederation of the Polish Crown, as a party of Polish independence, Polish sovereignty, Polish real national interests. We don't want to participate in the creation of a world order in which anybody would be disciplined by the others because he's buying cheaper stuff if possible. This is the bad example that I give of the international relations that I do not support, and I do not blame you for making good business for the benefit of your citizens. Thank you very much. Welcome. I'm glad, I'm happy to see you here.
Thank you, Mr. President. And now I propose Mr. Dushant Kumar Gautam, National Secretary of the BJP Party. Take the floor, please.
I speak in Hindi. Just है ना? Please translate my मित्र. सबसे पहले मैं यूनियंस सभी यूरोपियन पार्लियामेंट्स का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ, वेलकम करता हूँ, स्वागत करता हूँ कि आपने जो आतिथ्य, जो हम कहते हैं अतिथि देवो भव, भगवान मानते हैं, उस प्रकार से जो आपने स्वागत किया है उसका बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन है, स्वागत है.
Today we are especially honored by the presence of estimated member of the delegation. Your presence and great value to this gathering, and we sincerely thank you for joining us.
आपने अनेकों अनेक चर्चाएं विषय रखे हैं. चंद्रयान का रखा है, सैटेलाइट का रखा है, इंडिया के विकास को रखा है, फौज के विकास को रखा है, सभी जो आपने इंडिया का रखा है. लेकिन वो सिर्फ इंडिया के लिए नहीं है, बिकॉज इंडिया की जो आज की सोच है, वन नेशन, वन अर्थ, वन फैमिली, वन फ्यूचर. हमारी सोच जो है पूरे विश्व को लेकर, संसार को लेकर, ये एक पृथ्वी है, एक फ्यूचर है इसका, इसलिए हम एक फैमिली की तरह हैं. वो सभी की साथ, सभी के लिए है, हमारे लिए नहीं है. प्लीज.
So I'll take the floor from him because Honorable Dushyant ji is speaking. So he's saying that in the Indian concept, we believe in Vasudev Kutumbakam, that world is one family. So like we are sitting here at the European Parliament, that we can contribute to each other as a family and as one.
One earth, one future, one family. We are all world. Our thought is okay. And जिस प्रकार से आपके यहाँ पर स्वस्थता, मित्रता, दोस्ती, स्वभाव में आपकी मधुरता है, ये सभी चीजें हम भी इसी प्रकार से जमीन पर हिंदुस्तान में उतार रहे हैं आज की तारीख में.
The warmness that you are extending towards us, the warmness that is in your hearts, we are taking this down to the grassroots of India now.
और ये सब हम सीखते हैं, पूरे विश्व सीखते हैं. आपके यहाँ सीखते हैं. इस प्रकार से सफाई है, साफ सुथरा वातावरण है, स्नेहपूर्ण, मित्रतापूर्ण आप बातें करते हैं. ये सारी सीखने के बाद में हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी भी एक एक चीज को, सफाई को के लिए और गरीबों के हेल्प के लिए लगातार खुद भी झाड़ू लेके काम करने का काम करते हैं. हम अपने प्रधानमंत्री, इस कारण से हम गौरव करते हैं.
The things that we are learning from you like the cleanliness, the warmth in your hearts. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, is taking it down to the grassroots. He is working tirelessly even to showcase the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan or the cleanliness drive that we see here. He himself has picked up a broom to show the people of our country how it is to be done. So we are grateful to you for showing us directions towards this also, where we are learning from you and empowering our citizens to do the same.
आपने अनेकों की समस्या just like a purchase oil fuel by Russia and anything, काफी समस्याओं का आपने अब बताया है. उसके लिए हम एक पुस्तक लेकर आए हैं, मोदी इज इंडिया फॉरेन पॉलिसी. This book I present you.
So,
and yes.
So, just like a lot of problems that you conveyed to us, we have also brought a special present for you. That is our Prime Minister's doctrine, the Modi doctrine, India's foreign policy and what we are looking at. And this we would love to present it to you. This is for you to understand the new India and how we are progressing.
Thank you very much.
हम जो सकारात्मक सोच है, पॉजिटिव सोच जो थॉट है हमारी, उसी का कारण है कि आज मोदी जी को 27 देशों का सर्वोच्च मान मिला हुआ है. सर्वोच्च सम्मान जो होता है वर्ल्ड का 27 देशों का मिला हुआ है.
The thought process of new India and how we are progressing is the reason why our Prime Minister has received the highest civilian award from 27 countries.
और क्योंकि सबके संयोग से हमने एक नारा दिया है, सबका साथ सबका विकास, सबको साथ लेकर चलना. उसी का कारण है आज हम संसार की चौथी अर्थव्यवस्था से थर्ड अर्थव्यवस्था की ओर विश्व के अंदर सर्वोच्च पाने वाले हैं.
The slogan that we have given for New India is "Sabka Saath, Sabka Vishwas," like taking everyone along with us and keeping faith of all. With this motto, we are going forward from the past 12 years, and now what has happened is from the fourth largest economy, we are heading towards being the world's third largest economy.
हम जो समस्याएं आपके यहाँ नहीं होती हैं, हमारे यहाँ कुछ समस्याएं नहीं है, वो हमारे लिए एक नेचर स्वभाव बन गया है. जैसे हमारे यहाँ 4 मौसम होते हैं. जब ठंड होती है, सर्दी होती है, पूरी सर्दी होती है, गर्मी होती है तो पूरी सर्दी गर्मी होती है, और बरसात होती है, पूरी बरसात होती है. ऐसे बसंत ऋतु भी होती है, अच्छा मौसम होता है. इस मौसम को भी हमारे सभी लोग, हिंदुस्तानी लोग, इंडियन लोग हैं, सभी लोग उसको सहन भी करते हैं और हमारा नेचर भी वैसा हो गया है.
So, just like the Honorable Member of Parliament said, to learn from India, we would like to tell you that the problems that we are facing, we have given that a unique solution, that we do not take them as challenges. We take them in our stride and we try to take it forward. Just like we have 4 different seasons in India, weather seasons. We have a very heavy summer, we have a very cold winter, we have autumn. So what we have done is we are starting to live with it accordingly, adjust ourselves and accommodate in such a way that we can take our country forward towards greater progress.
ऐसे ही हमारे ये समस्या को हमने अपनी बॉडी, अपने संसारिक जीवन में ढाल लिया है. ऐसे ही हमारा देश जो है हिंदू बहुल देश है, उसके बावजूद भी वहाँ मुस्लिम भी रहता है, ईसाई भी रहता है, बौद्ध भी है, जैन भी है. सभी लोग रहते हैं, सभी प्यार से रहते हैं, स्नेह से रहते हैं, मिलकर रहते हैं. कभी ज्यादा वाद विवाद नहीं होता है हमारे यहाँ पर.
So you, as you all know, that India is a Hindu majority country, but still we have the largest Muslim population in the world. We have all the religions that exist on this planet living besides each other. This is because the ethos of Hinduism dictates us to work in such a way that we can accommodate everyone together.
हमारा एक नारा मोदी जी ने दिया है और वो चरितार्थ भी करते हैं, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत. और एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत का मतलब ये है कि हम वहाँ पे सिखों का गुरुपुरब भी मनाते हैं, हिंदुओं की होली भी मनाते हैं, मुस्लिमों का ईद भी मनाते हैं. ये मुस्लिम का ईद खाली मुस्लिम नहीं मनाता, पूरा देश मनाता है. होली सभी लोग मनाते हैं. और आपने इसको जोड़ने के लिए सबसे बड़ी बात है कि हम महाराष्ट्र से गणेश पूजा, गणेश चतुर्थी चली, आज पूरा देश उसको सेलिब्रेट करता है. दुर्गा पूजा बंगाल से चली आज पूरा देश सेलिब्रेट करता है, दिल्ली के अंदर सभी लोग मनाते हैं। ऐसे ही बिहार के अंदर छठ पूजा चली आज पूरा देश छठ पूजा मनाता है। इसलिए हम सर्व जितनी भाषाएं होने के बाद भी हम सब एक मिलकर रहते हैं। इसका मतलब एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत को हम चरितार्थ करते हैं।
Another slogan from our organization is Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. That means one India, the world leader India. So we are working towards it in this multipolar environment. We are trying to be a global force, but not as an aggressor, but as an accommodator to all. Just like what we do in India. If suppose, as you know, India is very culturally diverse country. So a festival in Maharashtra is equally celebrated in Punjab, in Delhi, and a festival in South will be celebrated in the North, and a festival in North will be equally celebrated in the South. That is what we are bringing to the table for the world, and the world message of togetherness through our religious harmony and growth in terms of other prosperity.
और ऐसे ही नहीं है, भाषाएं आपके यहाँ पर एक लैंग्वेज होगी, लेकिन हमारे हिंदुस्तान के अंदर हर 50-100 किलोमीटर के बाद वो लैंग्वेज चेंज होती है। मैनी लैंग्वेजेस इन इंडिया। और वेशभूषा, ड्रेसेस, एक्स्ट्रा ड्रेसेस, और ये नहीं, खान पान भी चेंज होता रहता है। आपको यहाँ पर खान पान इतना मिलेगा, 100 किलोमीटर चेंज हो जाएगा, 200 पे चेंज हो जाएगा। रहन सहन की व्यवस्था नहीं है, कहीं कोठिया बिल्डिंग मिलेंगे तो कहीं पे झुग्गियां मिलेंगी आपको। और इसी प्रकार से एक ही देवता के अनेकों रूप में हमको देखने के लिए मिलता है।
So just like Europe, we have many language dialects, we have many ethnic groups, we have in India we say at every 50 kilometers there's a different dialect and a different segment that we cater to. And still, the thing that you said, still we as a country are growing into the third largest economy, says something about the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister.
और ये नहीं है, गॉड के भी अलग अलग रूप से लोगों ने किया। जैसे कृष्ण, भगवान श्री लॉर्ड कृष्ण है, आप देखेंगे तमिलनाडु में तिरुपति बालाजी हैं वो, ऐसे ही गुजरात में द्वारकाधीश हैं, वहीं मथुरा में वृंदावन बाके बिहारी हैं, और उड़ीसा में वो जगन्नाथ प्रभु हो जाते हैं। ऐसे अनेकों अनेक रूप में लॉर्ड एक ही होता है, लेकिन मानते सभी अपनी तरीके से एक तरीके से हैं।
So the beauty of Hinduism and the ethos of our country is that there's one God, like Honorable Dushyantji gave an example that we have Lord Krishna. I think many of our friends must have heard of it. He is worshipped under a different name in South, and the Tirupati Balaji. Similarly, it is different in all the places in India, but yet it is one. Still, the message of oneness is there.
और हमारा देश भी आज पूर्णतः विकास की ओर जा रहा है। नए नए एयरपोर्टों का निर्माण हो रहा है, रोडों का निर्माण हो रहा है, और युवा पीढ़ी के लिए कॉलेजेस हैं, यूनिवर्सिटी हैं। और तो जो चैलेंज हमारे सामने आता है, अपने यूक्रेन के अंदर हमारे स्टूडेंट्स 32,000 स्टूडेंट्स होते थे, MBBS स्टूडेंट्स। नाउ वी रेज द 1 lakh सीट्स इन इंडिया।
Regarding the growth story, we are growing so rapidly that the number of new universities, which we would like to, like you shared with us, the idea of business, but we missed education also. This is another thing that we as two great nations can collaborate. India has doubled the number of MBBS doctors seats. We had 32,000, now we have over 1 lakh, and there are other streams also. And many international students are now coming to India to learn about the new skills. And one more thing we would like to state that, like, medical is one thing we can give to the world, because India still has one of the cheapest medical facilities available throughout the world, and the best ones. Many are going to India for treatment now.
और हमारी थॉट है ना, अंत्योदय, लाइन में लगा आखिरी व्यक्ति, वो हमारा परिणाम है कि हमारा संसाधन जो देश का है गरीब व्यक्ति के उन्नति की ओर लगता है। और वो आपको अनेकों अनेक जगह देखने के लिए मिला। कोरोना काल उसका एक उदाहरण है।
The concept of Antodaya, that is the best facility for the last person in the queue, is what our Prime Minister is working on. We can see that example in Corona. We saw what happened during the Corona period and how India responded to it. I think that is another thing which as partners we can learn from each other. We were affected, but way less affected than what all the projections throughout the world were saying.
और आपको उसके बाद में कोरोना काल के अंदर जो आपदा आई थी, गरीब लोगों के लिए बहुत प्रॉब्लम थी. आज भी 80 करोड़ लोगों को हम इन इंडिया 80 करोड़ लोगों को फ्री फूड्स हम सप्लाई कर रहे हैं आज भी अप टू. एंड गरीबों के लिए भोजन ही नहीं है, उनके लिए हमने करीब करीब 7 करोड़ पक्के मकान बना के दिए, गवर्नमेंट ने बनाकर दिए. जो घर नहीं है जिनके पास, प्रधानमंत्री ने अपने भाषण में कहा था कि मैं आने वाले समय में किसी को टूटी छत से, मतलब पक्की छत देने का काम करूंगा.
As you know, we are a country of 1.5 billion people. So our Prime Minister, when he took office, he decided that there will be no homeless people in this country. So now 80 crore people, 800 million people are under food guarantee scheme by this regime now. We have a scheme to provide free shelters to all the people who don't have homes. So there are a lot of things that we are working on at this moment during the present regime.
It is all free. And अभी हमने 11 crore peoples को गैस कनेक्शंस, who is one the लकड़ जलाने का काम करते थे जिससे प्रॉब्लम होती थी उनको, पोल्यूशन होता था. 11 करोड़ लोगों को हमने गैस देने का काम किया. 10 करोड़ को हमने टॉयलेट शौचालय देने का काम किया. 5 करोड़ लोगों को हमने आयुष्मान कार्ड दिया.
So we are running the biggest healthcare scheme on this planet. We are running the biggest gas supply scheme on this planet. These all things are aspects where we would love to discuss more with you and collaborate on a number of spheres like this.
और आने वाले समय में सरकार में, व्यवस्थाओं में महिलाओं की भागीदारी बढ़े, इसके लिए प्रधानमंत्री सबसे ज्यादा काम कर रहे हैं. आज भी आपने देखा होगा हमारे अंदर अगर 10 लोग हैं तो 5 महिलाएं हैं. और प्रधानमंत्री इसके लिए बहुत बड़ा अच्छा काम करते हैं. लेडीज को आगे बढ़ाना है, इसके लिए काम करते हैं. युवाओं के लिए काम करते हैं. हम युवाओं को अच्छी एजुकेशन कैसे मिले, मुद्रा बैंक अकाउंट खोलने का उनका काम किया. और किसानों के लिए तो स्पेशल हमारे किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड चलता है. उनके खेती के लिए हम बीमा योजना बनाते हैं. और तो और हम उनको 2,000 रुपीज पर 4 month, नियर आउट 6,000 रुपीज इन एनुअल हम उनको देते हैं. छोटे छोटे किसान होते हैं हमारे यहाँ पर. और ऐसे ही मुद्रा बैंक के 40 करोड़ फर्स्ट टाइम इन मोदी गवर्नमेंट 40 करोड़ हमने अकाउंट्स खोलने का काम किया है, जिसमें पारदर्शिता बनी हुई है.
So as you know now, with the digitalization of India, India is the leading digital payments transaction model in India. We have done this for our farmers. We have done this for our farmers. We have done this for other segments of our society who were a little less empowered. We have opened 20 crore new bank accounts systematically so that we can get linked to all the of those who didn't have the connectivity to finances. Now they have. Even a small street vendor now is using a phone to make payments in India.
हम अपने देश में रहने वाले स्पिरिचुअल जितने भी गॉड्स या संत हैं उनके ऊपर चलने का काम करते हैं. वो हमारे आदर्श होते हैं. जैसे संत गुरु रविदास जी, महर्षि वाल्मीकि जी, गुरु नानक जी, कबीर जी, भगवान राम, भगवान कृष्ण, इनके जो मार्गदर्शन दिया होता है उस प्रकार से चलने का काम करते हैं. और समय समय पर हम इनकी 100वीं, 150वीं, 500वीं और अब संत गुरु रविदास जी की 650वां साल 650 वर्थ सेलिब्रेट करने वाले हैं.
So the thing that you asked, that how do we approach things? We celebrate our gurus, our spiritual leaders like Shri Guru Ravidas ji, Kabir ji, Guru Nanak Dev ji, and we celebrate them and we focus dedicatedly on the philosophies that they offer. Just like now 650th birth anniversary of one of India's saint, Shri Guru Ravidas ji, who gave a concept of Begampura, a world which means Begampura means a world without sorrow. So we are working on it and we would love to invite you also to be part of this because it is an extensive series of intellectual thematics that will follow this.
और हमारे
celebration.
संतों ने भी जिस प्रकार से हम इंटेलेक्चुअल लोग बैठ के डिसाइड करते हैं देश कैसे चलेगा, पब्लिक को क्या करना चाहिए, ऐसे ही संत गुरु रविदास जी ने 650 वर्ष पहले कहा था, ऐसा चाहूं राज में मिले सभी को अन्न, छोट बड़े संग बसे रविदास रहे प्रसन्न। ये सरकारों के लिए कहा था कि सरकारें ऐसा काम करें कि ऊंच नीच नहीं हो, छोटा बड़ा नहीं हो, और हम साथ साथ बैठे, ऐसा का उन्होंने उस समय आदेश दिया था और उस पर सरकार चलती भी है।
Just like now we are sitting and discussing things, our saints back in the day, 650 years ago, gave such thematics that lay down the ethos of what modern civilized society today exists as it is. And I would like to request Dushyantji to repeat that one phrase that from your you can understand.
ऐसा चाहूं राज में,
That means we want a rule.
ऐसा चाहूं राज में मिले सभी को अन्न, फूड।
We want a rule where everybody gets food.
छोट बड़े संग बसे, गरीब हो अमीर हो किसी भी जाति किसी भी धर्म का हो, सब साथ साथ बैठे हैं। नो आइडेंटिफाई इज ब्राह्मण इज शूद्र, ऑल ऑफ सिटिंग गेट टुगेदर।
Yeah, a message of togetherness.
और अब क्योंकि मैं नरेंद्र मोदी जी की पार्लियामेंट का सदस्य रहा हूँ, आई एम एक्स मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, एमपी ऑफ भारत गवर्नमेंट। तो भारत सरकार मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जहाँ देश को चलाना चाहती है, देश को प्रथम पायदान पे लाना चाहती है, वहीं विश्व को एक परिवार, जैसे मैंने कहा, परिवार मानकर विश्व के साथ हम सामंजस्य बनाकर आगे बढ़े हैं। लेकिन हमारी प्राथमिकता अपना देश, अपनी जनता, अपने लोग रहते हैं, और इसलिए हम ये बुक लेकर आए। इसमें मोदी जी की टोटल फॉरेन पॉलिसी और जो शब्द आपने कहे हैं, जिसके अंदर कहीं हमें सलाह भी है, आदेश भी है, और हम कैसा आगे बढ़ सकते हैं संसार के अंदर, वो सारा कुछ इसमें मिलेगा। और हमारे सरकार के गवर्नमेंट के मंत्री लोग आते हैं, वो आपके साथ में सेलिब्रेट करते हैं।
As I have been a part of the Modi government in the capacity of member of parliament, and I would like to state that the many questions that you have raised, we have brought a special doctrine from what our party, our government, our institutions feel, and we would like to present it to you and for you, and we hope that this becomes a shining light in our partnership that is just starting now, and we can take it to various further new levels.
आपके निमंत्रण का, इनविटेशन का मैं बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूँ, धन्यवाद करता हूँ। और मुझे लगता है कि आने वाले समय के अंदर ऐसे ही बातें करके, अपनी बातचीत के द्वारा अनेकों समाज की इस परेशानियों और देश की परेशानियों को संभालते हुए हम आगे ऐसे ही बढ़ते रहेंगे।
And to end, I would like to thank you for your invitation. Sitting like this will give all the solutions that are presently in front of us, and in the future also we will sit together and discuss more and have such fruitful conversations. And I thank you all from my bottom of my heart, and I would personally like to present you with the book that we have brought. If you don't mind, we can have a photo.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, come.
Może tam przysunę tam jest więcej miejsca, co? To tutaj, przepraszam, ja przysunę tam. Tak, tam przysunę. Przepraszam, Tomek. Tu jest więcej miejsca. Proszę bardzo. Pomóż mnie to. Przesuń się.
Dzień dobry, panie prezydencie.
Po latach. No.
Zgłoście się po książkę.
Ale to ja tak z panem prezydentem w jednej partii, z faktem, że w jednej partii może trochę nie.
Człowieku.
A jest
Inaczej niż przez Kikuty to się nie zmieni. Tak.
Ja dojdę zaraz. Doczekaj. Tu twój jest otwarty. Twój otwarty. Daj ten twój otwarty.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Chodź, teraz mówcie, szefowie. Filip, podejdź mi drobkiem, tak? Chodźcie wszyscy. Wodek, słuchaj.
Przepraszam.
Prezydencie, wracam do zdjęcia międzynarodowej. Nie zapomniałem.
Okej, tu wszystkie. Wytnie się. Wodka się wytnie, wodek z tyłu stoi. Ja mam z drona teraz robię. Ja robię z drona.
From the drone. Perfect.
Thank you.
Oops. Thank you very much. Again. Thank you very much.
Może powiedz to książkę, słowo. Bóg zapomniał, może powiedz to książkę. To jest rozdał.
Rozdajmy. I przestawmy z powrotem. Przestawmy z powrotem. Tak, już przestawmy. So, there is some more books on Polish history.
But
See,
English.
in English now. Tak.
Okay. Dhanyavad. Dhanyavad means thank you in Hindi. I welcome Mr. Ireneusz Jabłoński, former vice president of one of the two largest cities in Poland, Łódź, economist, one of the heads of the Crown Party's team of experts. And now I give the floor to Mr. Roman Fritz, the vice president of the Confederation of Polish Crown Party. Mr. President, Vice President, floor is yours.
Dear Indian guests and dear Indian friends, dear members of Parliament, and ladies and gentlemen, it is real with great joy and sincere emotion that I wish to welcome to Brussels a delegation from the most populous country in the world, India. A country with a centuries-old history, a rich culture, and great both political and economic prospects for our time. Let us present a brief outline of mutual relations between Poland and India in terms of opportunities for their development, which may become a model example for other countries, with their roots in different traditions and in different political and economic environments. Despite the scandalous mistake of Polish Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski during his recent visits to India, the current Polish-Indian relations can be described as correct and friendly, but still not very intense and of insufficient significance for both sides. I would like to draw attention to the long-term growth of India's importance in the international arena, with stagnant relations with Poland until 2024, when the Prime Minister of India, Sir Narendra Modi, visited Poland. 2024 marked the 70th anniversary of the establishing of diplomatic relationships between our countries, which became a good opportunity to strengthen cooperation. The G20 presidency and the Summit of Leaders in New Delhi in September 2023 proved to be a diplomatic success for India and confirmed its growing international role. The Indian economy is growing rapidly. As of 2022, it was the 5th largest in the world. By 2028, as you said, India could become the 3rd largest economic power behind United States of America and China. The successful Chandrayaan-3 mission, during which a probe landed on the moon in August 2023, also confirmed India's position as a space and technological power. With the increase in the importance of India, there is a trend towards the West. An example is the strengthening of cooperation with the United States in areas such as politics, economy, technology, and security. India is crucial for the United States due to the balance of China's influence in the Indo-Pacific region. We are also closely observing the strengthening of strategic partnerships with the BRICS countries, the European Union, and some particular European countries such as Italy, France, the United Kingdom, and Poland. Yes, we are very glad that since August 2024, that means since the visit of Sir Narendra Modi, first visit of the Indian Prime Minister to Poland in 45 years, the importance of bilateral relations has been raised to the level of strategic partnership. What does the action plan of this strategic partnership, 2024-28, look like? In order to implement the strategic partnership, the two countries agreed on a 5-year joint action plan, among others covering defense cooperation, security, cybersecurity, counterterrorism, economy, innovation, artificial intelligence, and mining, especially coal mining. I emphasize cooperation in the area of defense and security. Poland is interested in increasing its involvement in the modernization of the Indian armed forces, and India is looking for technological partners in Central Europe. We can regret that Poland did not use the favorable circumstance of Poles holding important positions in the European Union institutions to strengthen its position. The position of President of the European Council held by Pole Donald Tusk in the years 2014-2019 was of key importance, as well as the fact that European Union Ambassador to India, who also coordinated the work of all EU countries in the years 2015-2019, was Mr. Tomasz Kozłowski. Despite recently holding the presidency of the Council of the European Union, first half of 2025, Poland has not played any role in creating the EU's policy towards India. Other examples of cooperation are decisions that prepare the ground for closer cooperation in the future. Among them, I would like to highlight the establishment of the Polish Institute in New Delhi, or the opening of the sales office of the Polish Investment and Trade Agency in Mumbai. In addition, the topic of opening air connections connecting the two countries, thanks to which Poland has become more attractive for Indians as a place of work, education, or tourism. Export of Indian products to Poland. In year 2025, trade between Poland and India is largely based on raw materials, chemical products, textiles, and machinery. Indian exports to Poland are steadily increasing, including both additional goods and higher value-added products. Here are the main categories of goods that Poland buys in India last year. First, chemical and pharmaceutical products. India remains one of the largest pharmacies in the world. We import large quantities of medicines from there, as well as organic and inorganic chemistry products. Second, textiles and apparel. This is a traditional category of Indian exports. Poland buys clothing, cotton fabrics, carpets, and handicrafts. Third, metal products and steel. India is a significant supply of steel products, cast iron, as well as copper and aluminum products. Everybody knows the investment of ArcelorMittal Group in Poland, in Krakow steel mill, not only in Poland but also in Germany, for instance, and the other part of the border in Eisenhüttenstadt, which is not so far away from Poland. So we can observe that big investments. Fourth, mechanical, electrical, machinery and equipment. Export growth in this category includes machine parts, electronic components and motors. Fifth, agriculture and food products. Poland imports basmati rice, tea, spices and processed fruits and vegetables from India. Sixth, other. Import growth is also recorded in the automotive components and plastic sectors. Economic cooperation in 2025 is supported by the efforts to diversify supplies by European companies, which makes India an increasingly important trading partner for Poland. In 2025, Poland imports a wide range of goods from India, with engineering products, textiles, pharmaceuticals, and chemicals being among the key categories. The value of Polish imports from India in 2024 amounted to US dollars 4.36 billion, and the upward trend continues last year. Negotiations between India and the European Union have the potential to further increase the availability of Indian goods, especially in the textile and engineering sectors. Export of Polish products to India. In 2025, Polish exports to India are mainly focused on advanced machinery, industrial products and raw materials. Trade between the two countries is growing, supported by the strengthening of EU-India economic relations, free trade agreement. The most important goods exported from Poland to India in 2025 include mechanical and electrical machinery and equipment, reactors, boilers, mechanical machinery and equipment, parts, as well as electrical equipment, mineral fuels and chemical products, coke, semi-coke, hard coal, mineral oils, their distillation products, and bituminous substances, iron, steel, and metals, iron and steel products, scrap, copper, and aluminium, high-tech products, optical, photographic, technical, and medical devices, synthetic rubber and plastics, rubber and rubber products, agriculture products, including, in particular, fresh apples. Key trends in 2025. 1. Export growth. Polish-Indian trade is on upward trend. For example, in November, only in November 2025, exports increased by more than 15% year to year. 2. Cooperation in the transport industry. Poland exports components, including those used in the aviation industry, turbojet engines, and electrical components for the bus sector. 3. Mining technologies. Poland supplies India with advanced clean coal technologies and supports the development of the mining sector. 4. Investments. The presence of Polish companies in India, for example TZMO from Torun, Canpack, Solaris, also drive the export of specialized machinery. Situation in 2025. Data from November 2025 indicate that Poland recorded a negative trade balance with India at the level of approximately $96 million in this month only. Conclusion: India's rise in importance is one of the main causes at the same time the result of changes in the international system. This country is emerging as one of the centers of the multipolar system and one of the engines driving the world economy. Our party looks kindly at this phenomenon and wishes that Poland also becomes a beneficiary of this historic change and takes care of building relations with an important international actor of the 21st century. As I have shown, we have a huge potential to develop our cooperation and considerable reserves in its implementation. We are observing with appreciation the process of India's growing importance in the international arena, economic successes and political offensive. We hope that Poland, a country with over 1,000 years history, can also benefit from this according to the win-win principle, respecting our rich cultural differences and presenting a model example for other countries in Europe and Asia. Thank you very much for your attention. Yes, sure. I will give.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Vice President Fritz. And now I propose Mr. Ireneusz Jabłoński, economist. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Take a floor, please. Take a floor, please.
First, I want to thank you very much for the invitation for this great meeting, and I think that I will more involved in our discussion, second part, when we start to discuss about the bilateral and particular subject, economics and industry as well. Because Mr. Fritz described very precisely our relation, that's why on this part of our meeting I have not too much to add. Yeah? That's why please forgive me, and I will with pleasure I will involve in second part of our meeting today.
Thank you very much indeed. I think we have time for a question and answers, but firstly I would like to thank you very much indeed for this special gift for me, because I met personally twice Mr. Prime Minister Modi, first time in 2015 during World Culture Festival in New Delhi. It was my great privilege to follow Mr. Prime Minister Modi, and second time with the delegation of the Members of the European Parliament in 2020 in New Delhi, and it were very, very impressive meetings for me. This book is really important, and thanks a lot for this initiative. Okay.
And you go to in G20, no?
Sorry?
G20. Celebrated G20 in India.
2015, first time this meeting with Prime Minister Modi, and second time 2020. Yeah. But generally a few times more, but it's a pity only two meetings with Prime Minister. Okay, time for questions and remarks. If somebody wants, take the floor. Please, I have few questions. If you can answer. Firstly, can you comment the last parliament election a few days ago in Bangladesh, from your point of view? Comment the result of the election in Bangladesh. It's important neighbor of India, and if you can say a few words about the result of this election and totally change of the government in Dhaka.
नहीं, बांग्लादेश में जो इलेक्शन होगा और जो हालात है बांग्लादेश के, हम डेमोक्रेसी को लाइक करते हैं, लोकतंत्र, लेकिन वहाँ लोकतंत्र से जो भी बनेगा हम उसको भागीदारी भी करेंगे और आदान प्रदान भी करेंगे, लेकिन हमारे लिए मस्ट जरूरी है कि लोकतंत्र होना चाहिए, डेमोक्रेसी होनी चाहिए। और ये दुर्भाग्य है कि हमारे आसपास के जितने भी कंट्री हैं, पाकिस्तान है, बांग्लादेश है, श्रीलंका है, उसमें कहीं ना कहीं लड़ाई और संघर्ष के बाद सत्ता परिवर्तन होता है। ये डिफरेंस है इंडिया और नेबर कंट्री में। लेकिन इंडिया में आफ्टर 5 इयर्स इलेक्शन होता है और उसके बाद में इलेक्शन में वोटिंग होता है और वोटिंग के बाद में सरकार चेंज होता है, नो वायलेंस ना, फर्क है इसमें। लेकिन बांग्लादेश में जो हो रहा है उसके लिए ज्यादा पॉलिसी हमारे फॉरेन मिनिस्टर बनाते हैं, बात करते हैं, उस पर हम लोग भागीदारी करते हैं।
So, in relation to your question, the honorable member is saying that as per India, any government that has been elected through democracy is always welcome. We are the first nations who welcome this democratic step. But unfortunately for India, all our neighborhood, be it Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, many regimes have been changed through force. But you see, here also India is a shining light that we have had this democratic setup from past the colonial era, and we have been holding our elections every 5 years. So yes, a democratically elected government is always welcomed by us.
Thank you very much indeed. Frankly speaking, I remember my meeting with former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikha Hasina, and her point of view was very, very pro-India. I think her successor was a little bit less open for relations with India, but it's only my private remark. My second question and last question. I would like to ask you about the efforts of your country about artificial intelligence, because this week in New Delhi, AI Impact Summit organized in New Delhi. Can you say a few words about your policy in this extremely important, also for Europe, also for Poland, issue, artificial intelligence policy?
AI के ऊपर अभी ये अभी 10-8 दिन पहले एक मीटिंग हुई है, सभी देशों की भी मीटिंग हुई है, सभी लोगों ने भागीदारी भी की है। AI देश को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए, नई पॉलिसी के लिए, नई योजनाओं के लिए अच्छा है, लेकिन उनके साइड इफेक्ट भी साथ साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। तो उसके बाद सरकार चर्चा कर रही है, बात कर रही है। नई टेक्नोलॉजी का लाभ लें हम, अच्छा है, ये अच्छी बात है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। लेकिन नई टेक्नोलॉजी से हमारे व्यवस्थाओं पर, हमारे संस्कारों पर, हमारी सोच पर, हमारे विचारों पर कोई फर्क ना पड़े, इसका भी हम ध्यान रखें।
So the policy of our is that as AI has a number of benefits and is the future, and India wants to be a global leader just like US and China, and we are working towards it. We held an AI summit this week in New Delhi. Many countries participated, but we are really concerned also about the certain problems it may bring to the table. So we are trying to take a balanced approach towards it, and one is balanced approach, and second, we want to be pioneers, but in a balanced way, so that we can negate the negatives of it.
Thank you. Somebody else? Well, okay.
I make one question.
Obviously, you can everything.
नहीं, आप मोदी जी की सरकार now about near 11 years now and before, how you feel difference with whose government?
President,
Jeszcze raz to pytanie.
can you repeat?
How do you assess the 12 years of our honorable Prime Minister? What do you feel and what is your opinion?
See, I'm not in power in my country. We represent one of the leading opposition parties. So I can afford to be very open. Europe, including my country, is in the phase of downfall, while India is going up and is expanding and developing and is moving very fast.
India is going very fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is something that Europe tends to Europe is entertaining ideological suicide. Europe is committing economical suicide. And at the same time, when
You are telling it as an opposition leader.
and it happens at the same time that we are being politically forced, to shut down our mining, coal mining, and at the same time India is, let's say, being reasonable with energy, with economy, with its own people good. So this is two different worlds. In the 20th century, half of the world was experimenting with anti-human ideologies, and it didn't end up well. The Soviet Union does not exist. In fact, all the countries, all the states surrounding my country, Poland, do not exist anymore. There's one Germany, not two different states. There is Czech and Slovak state. There was one Czechoslovakia. There is no Soviet Union. There are several different countries around us. So the world changes, and in Europe, not for good. And we, the Confederation of the Polish Crown, we are exceptional because we openly say that the only climate policy that we would like to introduce is good climate for business. The only climate policy that we accept is good climate for drilling and mining, for supporting our nations with cheaper fuels to make the economy boost, to make everybody more happy and prosperous. And the difference is visible with everybody's eyes. Even my one eye can see the difference.
Okay, someone else?
Yes,
Yes.
I have a question. So I was holding this to discuss, or we can take it to the next session.
No.
So
Go ahead.
Just like you said one thing, that the best climate that one can see is of good business. So for that, I guess we will have the next session to discuss a particular roadmap, because as we are sitting here, we have already, through Pathway Global Alliance, Pathway Business Alliance, worked on a similar business alliance with Slovakia, just you mentioned, and Serbia. So we would love to explore those opportunities. A number of sectors my good friend, the colleague from your party, highlighted. We would like a little bit of, if we can go into details of those, about how and when and the things that we can set up together. And then we can, just like you extended an invitation, we can extend an invitation to you very soon. So these lines, I hope now or in the next session, as comfortable by the panelists.
So, thank you very much. We'll go to the press conference soon, right? And then we come back.
The lunch. Yeah?
And we come back after lunch.
Okay, so then in our next session, I would love to share with you my feelings and my understanding what was just said by our most honorable guest here. I will only put it shortly now that what was most touching was that you mentioned tradition with respect to history and traditions of your nation. Here in Europe, there is no respect for tradition. There is no memory, no remembrance of the real sources of Europe's power that was once so spectacular. And this is one of the reasons that we can see this shocking difference. By remembering about your traditions, you're being reasonable, because there is no politics without meta-politics. There is no future without remembering history. There is no future without respecting one's own traditions. So, thank you very much. And after the press conference, after lunch break, when we come back, I will also share with you my fears. I'm going to tell you what are the dangers that I can see, the dangers that might make our dialogue and cooperation less fruitful, because this is politics, this is geopolitics, this is no fairy tale, and we have to talk real politics here. Thank you very much. Let's go to the press conference, not to be late for the press.
Mr. President, thank you very much indeed. It's, I think, final conclusion. Thank you for participating of this very important, crucial conference, which opens the doors, I hope, to close cooperation between two great nations, nations that respect their traditions, history, and religions. Thank you. Dhanyavad.